First Southern Bank, Murphy Builder Supply, Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings, O'Quinn and Associates Country Financial.
Hi, I'm Mandy Yeomans.
And I'm Raymond Brown with First Southern Bank. As your locally owned community bank, we're here to help our community grow. Our customers are why we are here. You can tell we want your business.
We offer all types of deposit products, personal and business. We have fast, efficient service, and yes, we have online banking too. I'm sure we have an account to fit your needs. Stop by or call us at 912-588-1010 and see how First Southern Bank can help you.
We're FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jessup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup.
Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings restaurant in Jessup is now open for business, practicing social distancing, but still serving that great food that Damon's is famous for. Come inside or come through the drive-thru, but Damon's is open inside and welcomes back its customers. The menu's the same, the service is fast, and the food is fantastic, and the sauces remain the same, mild, wild, insane, or inferno. The number is the same, 588-WING, 588-9464. Damon's Restaurant on West Cherry Street in Jessup. Dining room now open for business. Come on in and enjoy a great meal today.
Most people understand the need for life insurance, but not many want to talk about why it's essential to your financial plan. It may seem intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. Don't get overwhelmed. Get started with Country Financial. Call me, Sean O'Quinn, today at 588-1051 and let me work with you to find life insurance that gives you the protection you need at a price you can afford.
Life insurance policies issued by Country Life Insurance Company and Country Investors Life Assurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Jessup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio. It is a Wednesday morning, 29th day of September. And good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good.
Doing good? All right. Well, let's get started with the Butch and Bob Show. We got a guest in this morning.
Yeah, as we've been letting everybody know, we've got city elections in both the city of Scriven and Jessup on November the 2nd is the date of the election. Early voting gets underway October the 12th, but Scriven's got elections as well. They don't have districts. They have seats. They have 5 seats and a mayor. Their mayor's Jason Weaver. He's running unopposed. Seat 1 is a contested race. 2-year term. We got Brandon Harris in the studio. He's the incumbent. Also running is Adam Pruitt. Seat 2, a 4-year term. Lee Stevenson will return. Seat 3 is a 2-year term. Raquel Wright returns. And seat 4, 4-year term. Bobby Gray returns. And then seat 5, there's a contested race as well. 2-year term. Lonnie Murphy and Tony Brinkley. But we've got the incumbent in seat 1, Brandon Harris, with us. Brandon, appreciate you coming in today and being on the show.
Thank you for having me here today.
How many voters in Scriven?
There's in the city limits. There's, I don't know the exact number. It's between about 600 and 700, I think.
And they all vote.
Well, I say voters. That's the population. So
how does it work? There's not like I said, they all vote for everybody, right? In Scriven,
yes,
they'll vote for all 5 seats, right? They don't vote for
right. We don't have
districts where you're right. So in Scriven, everybody votes for the mayor. Everybody votes for all 5 council members. Is that correct?
Correct. Yep.
So you got to get out there and get as many votes as you possibly can.
I do. I have been. And actually, before I get into talking about me or this election or anything, I'd like to take a minute or two just to once again thank everyone for the prayers and support for my cousin, for Bruce's daughter Jessica, since she's been in the hospital in Savannah. I've been in a group message that we get updates just about every day, and all the updates that we've been getting have been good. I actually got a video yesterday of her sitting up, so all of the doctors and nurses over there, they were happy and ecstatic about that. They said that that's the first patient they've had that's been on ECMO that have been able to sit up on their own. So we're all happy about that. So thank everyone for the prayers and the support. And Jessica, we all love you. We're ready for you to get out of the hospital and get back home and able to see you again. So.
Yeah, that's a good update. I talked to Bruce last night. He was able to make the school board meeting, but he said that, amazing things are happening, but still worried about her lung.
Yeah, she's doing really well. They still, want her lungs to heal some more, but overall it's been improving. I mean, it's been baby steps, but it's continually going forward. So we're all happy about that.
Good sign. Let's talk about your election. Let's first of all talk about you being a city council member, Scriven. What all does a council member? What all takes place in Scriven? I guess it's the budget and things like that. What's a daily concern of the commissioners in Scriven, Georgia?
Well, we of course we have a budget and we look at that, things that we have to purchase and buy and upkeep and maintain, and along with looking at everything that we have to deal with as far as money goes, we also make ordinances. If there's, in the past we've had to make a trash ordinance, people leaving just not household garbage but other stuff outside, on the side of the street. We've had to address those concerns before. People cutting grass, if they blow their clippings in the road, we have to address that. Different, just general things as whatever comes up.
Right. Well, the latest thing Scriven did is they got that new community center.
We do.
I mean, that's where people are going to vote too. They've changed the voting precinct to that place instead of where they used to vote. They're going to vote there as well. But that's a nice facility. I had a chance to be there for the grand open, and that's a very nice place. And I understand from the mayor that it's really being used quite a bit.
Yeah, I've rode by on 2 different occasions and seen a large group there using it, but it's brand spanking new and it's very nice. And that's where the voting is going to take place this year. We've closed down for the time being the old Grace Community Center, and I've had to tell a couple of people we're not closing it down like forever, but we're looking at doing some upgrades and remodeling it as well. We've met there and as a council and the mayor, and we walked around, did a walkthrough, discussing some things to do, new ceiling, new flooring, new kitchen and bathrooms, and want to make it as nice as the new Sam Dreyer community building. And I think that's going to be wonderful because a city, the size of Scriven, they're good if they have one community building for the public to use. And when it's all said and done, Scriven will have 2, so we'll be able to have twice as many bookings as we have before.
Just joining us, Brandon Harris in studio with us. He's running for another term for the city council in seat 1 in Scriven, Georgia. We just assume everybody knows everybody, but for those that may not know who Brandon Harris is, explain who Brandon Harris is. What do you do? Your family, things like that.
Well, my name is Brandon Harris, obviously. I was born in Waycross, but I've lived and grown up in Scriven and Wayne County all my life. I lived about 2 miles outside of Scriven, went to Scriven School, Scriven Elementary, all the way up through 7th grade back then. My family, my wife's name is Donna. We've been married a little over 19 years. We have 2 boys. My youngest one's in 5th grade and my oldest one's in 7th grade. We adopted them. We were able to foster them. We were their foster parents in 2011. And then in late 2012, we were fortunate and blessed to be able to adopt them. I work for GDOT. I've worked for GDOT for a little over 19 years. I've worked in several different offices and held different positions. Currently, I work here in Jessup at the district office. I serve as the district contracts manager. And how I came to be on the council is, I guess you would have to back up and go back to the election in 2017. Jody Mingledorf ran. And if I remember correctly, if my memory serves right, he ran unopposed for seat number 1. So he got that. That term started in 2018. And in late summer, early fall of 2019, he contacted me and he asked me to consider stepping in and finishing the remainder of his term. He was stepping down due to his health declining. So I agreed to do that. And before that, I knew who Jody was. I mean, I would know him if I saw him, and I would know him to speak to him, say hello in passing. But I didn't really know him other than that. He didn't know me from Adam, really, other than going to the council meetings. I had started attending the council meetings a few years before that, just as a taxpayer, as a resident of Scriven. I wanted to know what was going on. I decided I need to get involved with at least knowing what all was being talked about and discussed. And since he didn't really know me that well, he didn't know anything about me. He didn't know my, convictions or thoughts or beliefs or anything. It leads me to believe that he decided to pick me just because he saw me there every month. And he figured that I wanted to be more involved, and so that's what he did. So I agreed to finish out the remainder of his term. He nominated me, I guess it would have been the October 2019 council meeting. He recommended me to the mayor and the others on the council. It was a unanimous vote that I replace him. Shortly after that, I went to Tammy's office and got sworn in, and November of 2019 was my first official meeting on the council. Shortly after that, I was able to go to Tifton to the newly elected officers training, and I was given a lot of information, a lot of good information about what to expect, my roles and responsibilities. January of 2020, I was able to go up to Atlanta to a GMA convention and take more, continuing education classes, learn different things. You have classes such as handling a budget and running a good council meeting, and different fundraiser ideas or things you can do. February, I had gone back to the mayor and asked him a lot of questions, especially in that first year. I would constantly text him or call him and ask about this or what about this, or can I do that? And I'd asked him, I said, in February, I asked if I could have a town hall meeting with anyone in Scriven that wanted to come. Our meetings, a lot of times it's just us discussing things, whether we take action or not. Occasionally, we'll give anyone in the audience a chance to speak, but for the most part, it's just us conversing and talking. So I wanted to give the citizens a platform or an opportunity to talk about things that they wanted to talk about, or ask any questions or voice any concerns. So February of 20, we had a town hall meeting. We had some that showed up, and the big takeaway from that meeting was one of the things that they wanted to see more of is more lighting, more street lights for safety and security and things. So the city, we listened to that. The city contacted Georgia Power. Georgia Power came out, rode around, and looked. And, of course, Georgia Power can put a light pole and a light anywhere you want them to if you pay for it. There are some costs associated with, putting up a new pole with a light, but they recommended and we saw different places where there was already an existing pole there. So they explained to us that it was it would be a nominal fee, next to nothing, to put a light on an existing pole. So we were able to do that. March of 2020, of course, that's when COVID hit and everything shut down. Everybody stayed home, and we went into survival mode. We still had our monthly meetings. The public, we closed it down for a time being. The public was able to call in and listen, but we would take the whole council room, us 5 plus the mayor, and we would spread out and talk about things. So we didn't really have any, city events. We didn't have 4th of July that year. We didn't have Christmas in the park. 2021, this year, we were able to get back to sort of normal. Earlier this summer, I was able to go to Savannah. There was another GMA convention, and they have classes. I love being able to attend all of these classes anytime that I'm available and have a chance to. I'm always looking to learn new things or get new ideas, anything that I can do that's going to help out Scriven.
And you're running for re-election. I mean, I guess you enjoy being a council member. What if you get re-elected? What are some things you'd like to see done? Like I say, we're back to normal. 2 big events everybody knows about, like the 4th of July, and you got the rodeo coming up as well. So there's a couple of big events in Scriven. But what else takes place in Scriven during the course of the year? What are some of the other, is it just business as usual? Or
yeah, of course I love being on the council. I thoroughly enjoy it. I didn't really know what to expect when I first got on. Everything was new to me, and of course me finishing out Jody's term. Now this is my first time that I've actually had to run for election, so I'm learning all of this as I go along, getting signs, going around, campaigning, talking to people. I'm not really the type person who does something and then goes and tells everyone about it. If I do something for someone or help someone out in any way, I just leave it at that. I really don't care if anybody knows, but I guess that's kind of the objective of campaigning, is to tell everybody what you've been doing. So, but yeah, we were able to get back and do 4th of July this year. We're looking at doing Christmas in the park. We already have a date set. I don't have my phone with me in here. I have it in my calendar, but I don't recall. I want to say it was the 16th. I know we had planned it for a Thursday, because City of Jessup always does their Christmas parade on Friday. I think that was the 16th, but yeah, we've got the rodeo coming up. That's just outside of Scriven, but then other than that, it's business as usual. Some things that I would like to see done. One thing, I want to be able to apply for grants and get grant money for different things. Currently in Scriven, we're not eligible to receive grants. We're still working on rectifying that. We're trying to get caught up on all of our past audits, but we've had our guys working hard on it, and they're getting close, but we're not quite there. But that's one of the things that me personally, I want to do, because a city like Scriven, we're never going to have a 7-figure budget that we can do those things. And especially right now with construction costs, everything's expensive, but I want to find out where to go to apply for grants, how to write the grant applications, what all is required to submit them for different things, like parks and rec, get new park equipment. We have several parks in the city. Rec, we do have a ball field. It doesn't get used much. I would like to see it get used more than it does. I mean, when I grew up playing rec ball, we went to all 3 cities, Jessup, Scriven, and Odom. Mainly everything's done in Odom now. I mean, it's Jessup now. But I would like to see more things done at the ball field there in Scriven. Update the concession stand, get a new scoreboard. But to do things like that, we would have to have grant money. So Parks and Rec, water and sewer, all kinds of new equipment and supplies and anything that's needed for that. Any equipment, safety equipment for police or fire. I want to be able to get that for our city so that we can continue doing all of the great things that we have done in the past and still continue to do.
Okay. We appreciate you coming in. Like I said, we'll look forward to the election. Again, it's a November 1st election. The early voting gets underway, I believe, October 12th, and they've got a couple of Saturday events. But, again, you're going to be busy because, like I said, this is everybody in Scriven voting for all seats. So you got to get out and see everybody in Scriven.
I am. I have been. I've been calling on the phone and texting, contacting people through using social media, and I've also been getting out, walking around, knocking on doors, meeting people as they're out and about. I've got a couple of different things planned upcoming that I'm looking forward to, and I appreciate everything you've done, allowing me to come in here. I would like to say that I would appreciate everyone in Scriven, their support and their vote on November the 2nd. And I think you should vote for me because I'm hardworking. I give 100% at everything I do. I believe that if you're going to do something, you should do it to the best of your ability. I like to be prepared. I like to know what's going on ahead of time. A lot of times when we have our monthly council meetings, our ladies that work up there, they have our packets for us with our agenda ready to go when we walk in. I like to get mine a few days ahead of time so that I can look at it and I can see what's going on. And if there's something there, if somebody has been put on the agenda and wants to talk about something, I call and ask and say, what's going on with this? What's the situation? I'm dependable. I'm going to be there. I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. I've even earlier in the summer when I was on vacation, I was at Disney World standing in line on one of the rides, and I was on the phone calling into a meeting. So I'm always going to be available even when I'm in Orlando. I'm confident. I'm doing a good job. I believe I'm doing a good job, and from people that I've talked to, they agree with me. They think I've been doing a good job, and I want to continue doing a good job. I'm honest. I'm not going to lie. I don't have any reason to lie. I'm going to tell the truth. If I make a mistake, I'm going to own it. All right? I'm not going to pass the blame on somebody else. I'm going to admit, if I did something that wasn't the right decision or messed up, and then I'm going to look at how we can fix that, how we can rectify it. Every decision or vote that I make is going to be honest, it's going to be moral, right, and obligated. So I would appreciate your vote on November the 2nd.
Okay. We appreciate you coming in, Brandon.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Okay.
All right. That's it, Bob.
Okay.
All right. That wraps up the world-famous Butch and Bob Show for this Wednesday morning, the 29th day of September. World-famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by First Southern Bank. Also brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply, Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings, and Country Financial O'Quinn and Associates.